Welcome back to Weekly Wednesday Walkthrough. Today we're talking about domain buyouts on Doma, using the recent buyout of TradeTheInternet.com as an example. How buyouts work. Let me quickly explain it to you. When a domain launches on Doma, the owner sets an initial valuation, also called the BIN price. That's the minimum price someone would need to pay to acquire the entire domain. But the actual buyout price is always the higher of the original BIN valuation, or the current market value of all tokens. So if the market values the tokens higher, the buyout price increases with it. Our recent example is TradeTheInternet.com, which was bought out for $750 total. What happens to token holders when someone buys out the domain? When a buyout happens, all token holders can redeem their share of the payout based on the number of tokens they hold. If you held Trade the Internet tokens, you can now claim your proceeds in the Doma app. Because domain tokens trade on the open market, their price can fluctuate. Sometimes tokens trade below the implied buyout value. This creates an opportunity for users to accumulate tokens at a lower price and increase their share of the domain. If a buyout happens later, token holders receive their proportional payout based on the number of tokens they own. Another important detail: buyers don't always pay the full buyout price out of pocket. If the buyer already owns some of the domain's tokens, they only need to pay the difference between the buyout price and the value of the tokens they already hold. In other words, accumulating tokens not only increases your share of a potential payout, it can also reduce the cost if you decide to acquire the entire domain yourself. That's it for this week's walkthrough. If you held Trade the Internet tokens, make sure to claim your proceeds. Drop a like if this helped, and make sure you're following us on X so you don't miss the next update.